It's Funky Mama Cass here, and I want to take you guys along this specific journey because it's extremely experimental. It's Funky Mama Cass from the fucking future. So you see how I just said this was an extremely experimental project, correct? That indeed it was. It took me about a month to kind of do this process from start to finish. Mind you, a lot of learning curves and a lot of trying to plan the photo shoot and so many other things. So I'm gonna be butting in throughout the video to kind of just explain the little clips and bits and pieces of things that I got over the month. You guys know I do photography, right? Basically, I want to make my own outfits for my photo shoots. So I want to make a orange and floral shouldered dress. They're probably a 2-4. I'm like a 10-12. So I'm definitely thick. I can't use my own body to kind of make what we have going on here. Now, this is not like my last video where I made it all cute and like, oh my god guys, here's what I did. I'm a pro, because I'm not. This is like extremely experimental. I don't know how it's gonna fit. I'm taking something that is fit her, one of the girls last time that I did a photo shoot with her. It's oversized and big, and I'm trying to guesstimate through online measurements and kind of putting them together and then sewing it together, and then hopefully it fits, and then continuing to work on it until it's finished. My plan is a nice puffy sleeve, a nice like slight high neck, kind of like my top is right now. Tie bottom, that makes sense. It doesn't, but anyway, the bottom ties into a bow and the hip area is kind of loose. That's the plan. Will it work out that way? I don't know. Let's get crack-a-lackin', baby. So here was basically the dress that I went off of just because I didn't have measurements for her. We did this dress way back when, and the photo shoot came out really nice, and I like the fit on her. It's a little bit loose but still kind of to her body. So I used that to cut out 2 pieces and then basically do front sides together, sew along that line back to like where it was supposed to be with the front sides both facing out. And then I made it, that's basically how I would do an invisible seam so you don't see all the thread and all those things. My plan was to leave a little bit of neck space to do like a turtleneck type energy. And the armholes and bottom seam I was not that worried about, just because I was going to be attaching the bottom like skirt part of the dress and attaching the puffy sleeves. And we're doing not bad. I'm not so scared. I'm like, it's a little uncomfortable because I can't try it on myself. Threading my sewing machine has been going much better, and I do it very fast now. So sometimes it gets tingly, sometimes the bobbin thread just comes out, sometimes this gets unthreaded. I used to get frustrated, now I don't. So I'm excited, that's getting better. I am less scared, I'm less like jumpy about everything. I'm probably gonna check in with you again once I figure out the sleeve and or neckline, and we'll just go from there. So as of right now, I'm kind of glad I put these like extra like humpy parts that I thought was gonna be a neck. This is the inside right here, and I just sewed that, and now I'm gonna sew down these. Now it's not gonna be an invisible stitch, you're gonna see it, but I obviously don't have orange thread. I'm using like a beige. I don't want to go to Joann Fabrics or anything because the lines I'm sure are still way too long because of pandemic season. What I'm gonna try doing is just continuing on almost this stitch here, and you know, just continuing, and hopefully that works out, and just cutting off like the excess. So what I did is I pinned it from the front to make sure it looked correct, and then I'm sewing it from the inside, and we'll see how it works. I'm kind of optimistic about it. Okay, so it actually went very well. So the stitch came out really good, and I basically took the seam from the shoulder top area and I kind of tried to follow that along the neckline, even though it was 2 different stitches. The front did come up a little bit higher than the back. I kind of wanted it that way to make sure it came up all the way to the top. So I'm pretty happy with it. If you see, it's just like this, and you see how this kind of curves up a little bit, so it'll kind of go like that. It'll be super cute. And then I want big puffy sleeves, and then kind of like, you see how this is like around her waist, maybe like a little bit higher, and then kind of something that puffs out a little bit, and then it's gonna tie around the knee-ish. It's gonna be like a bow in the back, and it's just gonna be folded over. Does that make any sense? Who knows? But that's what we're doing, and I'm very excited. Progress with the sleeves, honey. It is going so well. Let me just get this in order here. The back that I'm looking at right here, and all I did was do front side to front side and then just fold over every single thing. I know it's sloppy, but it looks nice on the other side. Turnover tactic. Obviously this is coming out. I'm gonna redo that, but you know, it's going pretty good, and I'm gonna do the pleats all the way around, and then it's gonna be a nice puffy sleeve. I'm so excited. I just wanted to update you guys too on this dress. I'm gonna do a little bit of beading on it. It's cute. So like this is just like the outline of like how I'm gonna put it. I'll probably put like there, etc. These are gonna be shorter. The bottom didn't work. Kamari tried it on for me. So it's gonna be a crop top, and then I think I'm gonna take this dark blue fabric here and make a skirt, and it's gonna kind of match like that blue in the sleeve a little bit. As I said, I just kind of cropped it. I put some elastic and I folded over the actual front. I folded it over, shoved elastic through it, and sewed it along the side. I'm glad I did the elastic really small, just because once you stretch it too much, then you see kind of the seams where I sewed in the elastic. So it worked out really well that way. Finishing up the bottom of the sleeves, I did do elastic on the, you saw how it was kind of puffy and kind of just like loose. I did fold it over and then sew little pieces, not all the way around because it stops the elastic from stretching. I only sewed like a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, so it would just keep its shape. I kind of have like super ratchet ways when it comes to sewing, just because I'm teaching myself, not even really from videos. I'm just kind of thinking about it really hard, maybe seeing one or two things on the internet and just going for it. That's kind of the way I did it, and it looked good. The inside, I have to work on the insides of my garments because god freaking shit fuck, it's like really messy, and there's threads everywhere and fraying fabric and whatever. So cut to us basically at the photo shoot. I'm with Ariana and we are doing a photo shoot in Miami Beach. We're trying to stay safe out here, you know, do what we gotta do. Over here they're like mandating masks and all that. So we're just vibing. I made her outfit, the top, the dress, the earrings. We lit. So yeah, we're just trying to get some shots. I did forget my freaking camera battery. Thought I'd take you guys behind the scenes a little bit. We got our little reflective thing made at home, little ratchetry. We got the film, the disposable cameras. Honestly, I'm super happy with the pictures, and they did get a lot of good feedback on my photography Instagram. I really have been loving shooting film lately, and the sun visor looking thing, it really worked out very well. So I'm gonna continue using it in high sun. It just blocks out the shadows. It kind of bounces the light down from the sun and back onto the face, so there isn't the dark shadows in the face when you're shooting in high sunlight. A lot of photographers are not fans of shooting in high sunlight, but I definitely am. Thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited and thrilled to be making my own outfits and then shooting them. I really do love taking full creative control over my shoots, not trying to find something that looks like what I want, just making it and making it super dope. There's gonna be more of these videos to come, so again, you can follow me on my photography Instagram, kind of catch up with me there before I even post these videos, because they do go up on my photography Instagram first. And if you fuck with me, you cool with me, you can go ahead and subscribe or give a like down below. Fuck you, I'm Cass, and I'll see you soon.